What's up, guys? Well, it is May and it's time for a battle box. This one's another small one, so I'm doing it inside. Also, it is freezing outside. It's like 39 degrees, it's windy, and it's raining. So I figured it'd just be better to do this inside. So today's EDC is a new Kizer. This is the Domin, or Domin, D-O-M-I-N. So you guys eventually see a video on that. So we're just gonna break right into this. I kind of get excited when they're small ones. I don't know why. I always feel like there's more knife stuff or something because it's small. But anyway, I'm gonna find out in just a second. Speaking of knife stuff, first thing my eyes gravitated towards was the Lord & Field. Ooh, that's gonna be exciting. All right. So first off, Mission 51. All right. Sit rep. Well, there's no sit rep. It just says Mission 51. I don't know if you guys even read that part. Sometimes I read this, sometimes I don't read it. But anyway, there's a quick little pause on all the details, which I'm trying not to look at, but I will refer to that because half time I don't know what's going on. So anyway, get this bubble. Ooh, that's exciting right there. Actually, let's start there. Right in the middle, we have a trail cam. That is super exciting. I've played around with trail cams before. I had a super cheap one and I had a little bit more of an expensive one. The cheap one was just that. It was super cheap. A lot of times it didn't really trip properly. Like if there was movement, there'd be delay. So a lot of times the pictures were just of nothing. It was also too sensitive where I put it out in wintertime and the snow would trip it. So I had a ton of videos and pictures of just snowfall. But the actual quality is really junky too because it was way when, technology was brand new and they could pack a lot more technology for a cheaper price than them these days. This one, Terra 10 Extreme. All right, 10 megapixel, that's awesome. And there's of course you can read the specs here as I read them, but that is awesome. I will definitely use this. You guys might see some game trail stuff going on because I definitely been out in the woods a little bit more so far, doing a little bit more testing, especially now that, warm weather's upon us and just kind of playing around, having fun and stuff. Hope to do some more outdoorsy type stuff on camera this year. But this is absolutely perfect. So that is extremely exciting. So I'm actually curious to see, let's see, Terra, what that costs normally. 50 bucks. That's not bad at all. That's what I'm talking about. Things are a lot cheaper these days. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. We got a little tactical snack here. Says a cup of coffee in every bar. Interesting. Eat your coffee. Caffeinated snack bar. Fudgy mocha latte. Alright. That's cool. I like coffee. I like drinking my coffee instead of eating it. There's the breakdown for the people who care about that stuff. And there's a lot of stuff in there. Let's give a quick... It looks like mostly almond butter. Organic brown rice. Blah, 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 eat coffee. I'm looking at the actual coffee that's in here. Yeah, so there's coffee beans, coffee bean extract. All right. I like coffee stuff, though, so that's probably going to be good. Put that off to the side. Let's see, what's this thing? You got some clear spray here. Oh, Breakthrough. Awesome. Military-grade solvent. This is good stuff. Actually, recently I was talking with Christina. We're doing some mandatory gun cleaning, and because we actually got a chance to go out and do a bunch of shooting recently, which was nice. A lot of shotgun shooting. If you saw on Instagram, I was shooting some, I went through a box of like 20 of the 3-inch double-aught buck, and one of my follow-up shots, the buttstock, slipped and was resting on my arm, and I got a gnarly bruise from that. The second I pulled the trigger, I knew it wasn't in my shoulder. I was like, oh boy. But anyway, when we got back and did all of our gun cleaning and stuff, I was telling her about Hoppy's number 9, which she's never used before because she's somewhat new to the gun scene. Only been doing it a couple of years. And I've had so many other, type of cleaning products. I haven't had Hoppy's in years. Or Hops, whatever. Hops number 9. But yeah, this is good stuff. Awesome to add to the collection of cleaning products. Oh, we have another coffee bar. Is this the same thing? Fudgy mocha latte. Yeah, 2 cups of coffee in one box. All right. What else do we have here? Let's see what this thing is. Condor the Machete King. Oh, no way. We got a cool new Condor knife. Wow, how about that? All right, well, let's take our folder to open our fixed blade here. That is really cool. I'm a fan of Condor knives. I don't do as many fixed blades as I do folders, but I've always liked Condor. It makes some interesting stuff. Let's see here. Close that. Just want to, there we go. Just want to open it just enough to grab that buttstock. Wow, look at this. This is really cool. All right, so we have a wooden handled knife. We have, look like some kind of a brass rope that ties around here. That's interesting. I mean, obviously it's pinned. It's not like it's holding the blade in or anything. It looks somewhat decorative, but you could definitely feel that because it's up here by this kind of micro finger choil going on. So your thumb kind of rests on that. Acts naturally as some kind of a jimping. The actual head, you could feel it's blade heavy because of that light wood. I like the blade shape. I like the finish a lot. This is a pretty cool, funky little knife. Very cool. I like it. 1095 high carbon. And what a beautiful sheath. This is a really, really nice sheath. I like it. El Salvador. I'm definitely digging this little blade. See, there's a lot of awesome, expensive knives, you know, fixed blades, all kinds. I mean, everything from, you know, outdoorsy, survival type designs like this, to tactical and all kinds of stuff in between. But I like stuff like this. This stands out because to me, it's just extra classy. I just really like it. If I'm out in the woods, you know, tinkering around and doing some camping type stuff and just, you know, playing survival, I'd rather have something like this, you know what I mean, than something that's more tactical. But I like that. I also like the fact that it has that deep carry. You can see where the end of the handles here are supposed to lay. All right, so it's carrying higher up on that knife. It's really nice. Nice tight fit too. I mean, there's no way this thing's gonna accidentally fall out. Simple strap, belt strap. But you know, just a little detail here, like the tie. I like it a lot. That is very, very cool. This is probably gonna be a keeper. A lot of times people ask me about the BattleBox stuff, and this is one I'll probably have for a long time. So I like that a lot. So since we're on knives, let's go right to this. All right, so Lord & Field. Looks like it says the dungaree knife. A man has no right to do less than his best. Interesting. Same waxy thing from that original one. Ooh, I like this. This is nice. It's a blue canvas micarta. Oh, wow. That's actually super. I went to like pull it out thinking that there's a strong back spring, but there is not a strong back spring. That is super lightweight, and it's a liner lock, not a slip joint. That is very interesting. I should have looked at the back first. So yeah, long single nail nick. I like the blade shape. It's just a little liner lock. Very traditional look though. Very lightweight as well. I like that. And it locks up perfect. Very simple. I like that a lot. So it's just a liner lock, but has a very traditional look to it. That is really cool. Digging it. I like the Lord & Field stuff. It's pretty interesting. So let's wrap this back up. Well, you don't have to wait for that. I'll put that away later. All right, moving on. What else do we have here? K-Bar. This is awesome. This is actually something. K-Bar has a bunch of like random things that I like that I wanted for a long time, like their chopsticks. This is something that I wanted as well. Their Spork knife. All right, so check this out, right? We have a Spork, which you can see through the bag. As I open it up, see that a little better. So you have the K-Bar Spork, right? But we also, I forget if this twists off or pulls off. Let's see. I have to fiddle with it here. All right, so this just pulls apart. I didn't want to force anything there, so I had to kind of look at it closer. So these two longer pieces are attached to the spoon area. All right, so it just pulls apart. And then we have our serrated knife on the inside. This is, of course, all like an ABS type plastic. All right, but very, very sharp. Even though it is plastic, it will be very effective. All right, and then, of course, you can use both together, you know, or you can put it back together and have just the spork. All right, so it's very, very cool. I like that a lot. Awesome. I like things like that. It's total novelty, but that will definitely go in my camp stuff, and I will definitely use that. So, where else did we go? Oh, very cool. 16 gigabyte. There we go. Wasn't focusing for a second. So there's a 16 gigabyte SD card here, and that is for the trail cam, of course. That's really nice that they were smart enough to include that, because obviously a trail cam needs that. In today's day and age, you think most people have SD cards, but you can't just assume that. A lot of people don't. Or they don't have them that are dedicated for their trail cams. So important addition. I like that as well. So what is this? Looks like some kind of toolkit. Yeah, looks like a micro screwdriver kit. Do a cut on the back there. $25 in 1 tool bit set. This is actually really nice. I like the, well, it's probably, I was gonna say brass, but it's probably anodized aluminum or something. Yeah, seems like gold anodized aluminum. But I like the holder here. And there's a little set of tweezers, which is really cool as well. Kind of got banged around in shipping. Looks like it fits in there nicely. But you have all these different smaller bits, which is really, really nice to see. A lot of the smaller Torx bits, obviously if you're into knife stuff, the Torx bit sets are very good to have, but also these very fine Phillips and flathead as well. So let's flip this back over and take a look at this. So yeah, we have some flatheads from 1 to 3, Phillips also 1 to 3. These, which I don't know what those are, very, very tiny, tiny, 0.8. I never even seen that before on the Torx bits, and then all the regular sets, T2 to T15. So most times, like when you're talking knife stuff, T9, T10, T8, those are generally going to be like your pivot screw and stuff. You know, maybe T6 or T8 are going to be like your hardware, usually just a little bit smaller. But obviously, depending on manufacturer, it's all over the place. But I would say my most used Torx bits are probably maybe 8 and 9, I think, get used the most. But this is actually super handy, all right? Especially if you're into knife stuff, which I think a lot of people get into the BattleBox do like knives. So let's see what these cards are real quick here. BattleBox Special for Breakthrough. So here's a 20% off code if you want to order direct from Breakthrough. See, made in the USA. And it does work very, very well. All their products. All right, I do recommend them. All right, here's another one. Oh, this is for those eat your coffee. Let's see, try all 3 flavors for $5 and free shipping. So there you go, expires 1/1/20. All right, so there's a code for that. And then we have one more thing in here. What is this? Some other kit. Whoops, did I just break something? I don't know if I just broke something. Plastic things hanging out here. I don't know if that's supposed to wrap around. Part of me wants to just cut that off, but I'm not going to cut it off yet. What is this? We have folding scissors, little tweezers there. Alcohol prep pads. I don't know what this is. Some kind of a kit, maybe for splinters or something. This is why I got to reference this sheet. Okay, it's a Ready-Man Fort, foreign object removal tools. And oh, this set was a Going Gear set. All right, that's cool. I like that. All right, so this is basically splinters / ticks. I mean, anything that's small. So alcohol prep pads, a couple different tools here. As well as I believe this is just a jeweler's loop. As you guys know, I use it all the time. Ooh, this is really cool. This is 2 different sizes. Let's see. Magnifier, LED module, multiple jeweler identification loop. So the 30 by 22, and there's a 60 by 12, and it illuminates. Wow, how about that? All right. Whoop. That's very cool. All right, so let's take a look at something here. Let's look at let's take a look at this card. All right, so you can get in there really tight, or you can use this one, which is even smaller. Yeah, that is really cool. I like the light. That's actually a huge, huge deal because, oh, there's 2 lights. There's a high, looks like. Or no, maybe it's just, there's 1 LED on either side. So you have this closer to this one, which is not even necessary. You can see it works for both. But that's pretty cool. So there's an LED closer to a large one, and an LED, excuse me, closer to the smaller one. This is awesome, and you guys know I will use this for all kinds of stuff. I'll use this to check my knife edges when I'm doing sharpening. This is awesome. I mean, this kit, I can, take it or leave it. I actually have, a couple pairs of these folding scissors. I have a couple different, tweezers and stuff. I'm not sure what these tools are. I have to take a look at that real quick. Let's see. Yeah, those are all alcohol prep pads. Let me see what this is. There's two tools here. I'm not sure what these do. It looks just like a rod. Okay, so this has some kind of a point on there. I'm not going to screw that down right now. But it's not super, super pointy. Maybe these are different sizes. Let's try the other side here. Oh, okay, so there's all kinds of tools on here. This is a little, well, that's interesting. That's like a nylon cord or something, a loop. So you can grab onto something small. All right, now I'm curious. Now I gotta see what the other tool has. Pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, what's on this one then? I'm assuming some kind of a blade, but we will see. Not hard to get out. There we go. Okay. Another kind of loop. Okay. And a triangular tool, which is not sharp, but it comes to a very fine point. That's kind of weird. I don't know what to use that for. It's just kind of a triangle. Interesting. I would like to see maybe a very fine blade as well. But that's cool. Yeah, ready, man. So I like it. This is interesting. I was very impressed with that jeweler's loop. So that pretty much covers it. I mean, pretty cool kit. There's a lot of stuff I love. This thing, I really, really like that jeweler's loop, as you guys know. The little snacks, you know, take it or leave it, but I think they're kind of cool addition. I really like the Spork knife set from K-Bar. It's actually something that I wanted. The breakthrough always comes in handy, specifically, obviously, if you're a gun guy. I happen to have a use for that, so that will definitely come in handy. You can never have too many tools, so this kit I'll have for a very long time, actually. It's such a micro kit. I haven't seen sizes that small. I have one kit that I use mostly for different types of bits, but it's always good to have backups, and I honestly don't even think that it has stuff as small as what's in here, so it's a nice addition. Of course, the blades are absolutely awesome. I really like the Condor a lot, and I am liking this Lord and Field knife as well. Pretty cool, something a little bit different. And of course, the trail cam. Trail cam is awesome, so this will definitely get used this summer. You guys might see some interesting footage if I happen to catch Bigfoot or something. You know, I mean, for me, I see tons and tons of deer and turkey and stuff, so that's pretty common. When I did have the trail cam, I was catching other things I don't normally see, like raccoons and possums, and you know, there was a huge blue heron that I caught on there once, which is really neat. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking for some bear footage. If I can get some bear footage, or specifically some big cat. I know not in my direct area, well, if they're in my area, I don't normally see them, but up towards like where my parents live, there's a lot more larger cats up there, like bobcats and stuff. So that'd be really neat to get on, you know, a trail cam, some footage of that. So that's it for this month's box. Very happy. Some very, very cool stuff in here. So of course, post your comments down below what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video. Take care.